Welcome to Opportunity Economy, the channel where we help beginners, business owners, retirees, and career pivoters build systems, not stress. Today, we're going behind the scenes of a smart workflow for beginners. If your to-do list feels endless, your tabs feel chaotic, and your energy feels drained, you're about to get a blueprint that changes everything. Grab something to jot down because we're diving deep. Let's go. Why do most beginners in business never build momentum? You know that moment when your brain feels full, but your results still look empty? It's the gap between thinking you're busy and actually making progress. It's what I call the invisible grind. That's where most beginners live. And it's not because they're lazy or distracted, it's because they've never been taught to build a workflow. They've been taught to work. Picture this. You wake up with a plan. You open your laptop, sip your coffee, and start by checking email for just 5 minutes. Then a client question, a new idea on YouTube, a Facebook notification. Your brain jumps like popcorn, and before you know it, 4 hours are gone. The worst part? You don't even know what you accomplished. You've been busy, but nothing truly moved forward. That right there is why so many dreamers never build digital income. Not because they can't, but because they can't see their system. They're building blind. And when you're building blind, you can't see what's broken. We live in a culture obsessed with more apps, more tools, more shortcuts. But more doesn't always mean progress. In fact, more often means messier. I once coached a woman named Carla, a retired nurse from Arizona. She'd bought every online course under the sun. She had Trello, ClickUp, Notion, and 6 email accounts. She told me, I just need to organize it all. But what she really needed wasn't another app. She needed a workflow that made sense for her stage of life. One that reduced decisions, not added them. One that used AI to remove friction, not create more tabs. You see, it's not about mastering 50 tools. It's about mastering one flow, a rhythm that fits you. Because productivity isn't about perfection, it's about peace. Let's talk about what chaos really costs. Every time you switch tabs, your brain resets. Every time you retype something you've already done, you lose energy. Every time you start a task without a clear end, you drain motivation. It's what psychologists call decision fatigue. And for entrepreneurs, especially beginners or career pivoters, decision fatigue is deadly. Because when everything feels urgent, nothing gets finished. You end your day with 10 half-done projects and a brain that feels like static. That's why, before we even build the smart workflow, we need to face the truth. If you don't design your day will design you. And usually, it designs you into exhaustion. But here's where everything changes. One day, you stop and realize you don't need to do more. You need to see more clearly. You need visibility, not velocity. You need a system that reminds you what matters, even when your motivation fades. You need a map that connects your effort to your goals so you can stop guessing, start tracking, and start scaling. That's the promise of the smart workflow. In the next chapter, we're going to step inside the engine room of your digital business. You'll see how every piece of the smart workflow fits together, step by step, to transform chaos into clarity. By the end of that section, you won't just understand what SMART stands for. You'll know how to build one that earns back your time, your focus, and your confidence. Because in the opportunity economy, we don't hustle harder, we design smarter. Let's now look at the SMART workflow framework. Imagine your day as a song. Some people live in constant noise, jumping from beat to beat, idea to idea. Others learn to compose their rhythm. That's what the SMART workflow does. It gives your work a tempo. It helps your energy move in harmony with your priorities, not against them. SMART isn't just an acronym, it's a framework for freedom through structure. Let's break it down. S.M.A.R.T. Step, map, automate, repurpose, track. And to understand each layer, we'll follow one fictional but relatable guide. Lena, a 46-year-old woman who left her corporate job to start a digital wellness brand. She has passion, she has experience, but she's drowning in disorganization. Her story will be your mirror. The morning light spills across her notebook. She's writing down 10 ideas, all good, but none finished. That's where most beginners stall. They start with ideas, not steps. The first law of the SMART workflow: you can't build a flow until you know your first move. So Lena asks herself one grounding question. What's the next tiny thing that moves me closer to the goal? Not just makes me feel busy. She writes, record one 60-second tip video, post it on one platform, review performance in 24 hours. That's it. Her new rule, one thing done, 10 things started. From that point, every action she takes must fit into a repeatable step. The chaos starts to shrink. Clarity enters the room like oxygen. Starting small doesn't make you slow, it makes you scalable. Let's see how Lena built a visual flow. Now that Lena knows her steps, she needs to see how they connect. So she opens a digital whiteboard, not to brainstorm, but to build a map. She draws 4 boxes. 1, content creation. 2, distribution. 3, automation. 4, analytics. She draws arrows between them, showing how one feeds the other. For the first time, she can see her business like a system, not a storm. This is the heart of S.M.A.R.T. You can't fix what you can't visualize. The S.M.A.R.T workflow uses mapping to replace chaos with confidence. It turns random effort into a repeatable ecosystem. When your process is visible, your goals become inevitable. Lena color codes her map. Teal for tasks, gold for automation, gray for things to delegate later. It's simple, beautiful, achievable. Lena then moves on to automate. Let's see how she ballet. Let technology carry the weight. Here's where the story shifts from human to hybrid. Lena used to do everything manually, typing captions, resizing thumbnails, scheduling posts at midnight. She thought automation was for techies, but AI tools changed the game. With her S.M.A.R.T workflow, she assigns tasks to AI. ChatGPT drafts captions from her original video script. Canva templates auto-generate branded visuals. Zapier sends new leads from her form directly into her email list. Each automation saves her 20 minutes. Each saved minute compounds into peace. The principle of automation is simple. If you've done it 3 times manually, teach a tool to do it once. Now Lena's mornings are lighter. Her focus returns to creation, not correction. She's not chasing the algorithm, she's designing her freedom. In the opportunity economy, AI isn't here to replace you. It's here to replicate your best habits. Lena the repurposes. One input, many outputs. By now, Lena's content is consistent, but like most creators, she's tired of reinventing the wheel. So she learns the R of SMART, repurpose. She takes one 3-minute video and turns it into a YouTube short, a carousel post, a quote graphic, an email snippet, a blog paragraph. 5 assets from one moment of flow. Repurposing multiplies impact without multiplying effort. It's how small creators scale like big brands, by reusing brilliance. Lena realizes something profound. It's not about creating more content, it's about giving your best content more lives. She sets a rule in her system. For every piece she creates, it must live in at least 3 forms. That single decision triples her visibility without burning her out. Lena knew that she needed to track her progress. Let's see how she measured what matters. The final step? T turns your workflow into a feedback loop. Lena starts tracking key data weekly. Video completion rate, email click-through rate, lead conversions. But here's the magic. She doesn't track everything, only the numbers that affect her mission. The S.M.A.R.T workflow rejects vanity metrics. It focuses on behavioral data, the numbers that reveal truth. And when she sees her dashboard, she feels something she hasn't felt in years: control. Tracking isn't about perfection. It's about awareness. And awareness is where real growth begins. Lena's lightbulb moment in understanding the SMART circle. This was when all 5 pieces connected for her and she saw the formed circle. Step, map, automate, repurpose, track. Step again. It's a living ecosystem, self-adjusting, self-teaching, and infinitely scalable. Every week, Lena repeats the cycle. Each turn makes her sharper, faster, freer. And that's when she says the sentence that defines this journey. For the first time, my work feels like it's working for me, not against me. Coming up next, we'll pull back the curtain on how to actually build this S.M.A.R.T workflow using today's AI tools, step by step, even if you're not tech savvy. We'll explore how to choose your anchor tool, the AI systems that save you 10+ hours weekly, and the human habits that make automation feel alive. Because no system is smart without a human heart guiding it. Quick pause before we dive deeper. If you're starting your own S.M.A.R.T workflow this year, don't just watch, build along with me. Download your free S.M.A.R.T Workflow Starter Kit, 2026 edition, right now. It's a simple, printable guide that helps you map out your goals, automate your daily tasks, and stay consistent even when life gets busy. You'll find the link in the description or pinned comment below. And hey, if this video is sparking ideas already, hit that like button so YouTube knows this kind of content helps real people build smarter, not harder. Let's now take a look at the human-AI partnership, turning SMART into a living system. Every system, no matter how advanced, begins and ends with a human heartbeat. Lena's SMART workflow is running smoothly now. Videos post on time, emails trigger automatically, analytics hum quietly in the background. But something's missing. She stares at her perfectly automated dashboard and whispers, "I built a machine, but where am I in it?" That's the question every digital creator eventually faces. It's not enough to have tools. You need alignment. So this phase of the SMART journey is where you reinsert your human essence into the flow, where AI becomes your partner, not your puppet. Think of AI not as a robot taking your place, but as a mirror reflecting your best self on your best day. AI doesn't get tired. AI doesn't procrastinate. AI doesn't doubt. But it also doesn't dream. It doesn't care. That's your role. Lena learns to split the load, human versus machine, human energy, heart work, AI energy, hard work, creativity, emotion, empathy, repetition, optimization, data crunching, voice, values, vision, templates, schedules, task execution, decision-making, storytelling, content trimming, formatting, auto-posting. She realizes something profound. AI helps me do, but I must still choose why. From that moment, her workflow stops being mechanical and starts being meaningful. Now let's visualize what a human plus AI setup looks like in a real beginner's business. Tool layer 1, the command center. Notion or Trello as your visual dashboard. Map your SMART steps, schedule content, track performance. Tool layer 2, the AI layer. ChatGPT for scripting, captions, idea expansion. Canva Magic Studio for instant repurposing into carousels and thumbnails. Zapier or Make.com for automating repetitive data transfers. Google Sheets AI plugins for live performance tracking. Tool layer 3, the human layer. Your vision board, your tone of voice guide. Your weekly 2-hour CEO flow session where you think about the work, not in it. This 3-tier system lets you scale without spinning. Lena's weekends return. Her workflow hums quietly in the background like a digital engine tuned perfectly to her rhythm. When you blend AI's precision with your human purpose, you create something rare, effortless productivity with emotional depth. Starting strong as 2026 breaks, Lena smiles. This year will be different, not because she's hustling harder, but because she's designing smarter. Here's how she starts her year, the SMART way. 1. Step, choose one meaningful project, not 5 half-done goals. 2. Map, lay out a 90-day roadmap in Notion. 3. Automate, set up 3 key automations that save 2 hours a week. 4. Repurpose, plan how each asset will live in at least 3 formats. 5. Track, pick 3 KPIs that align with her mission, not her ego. That's it. The smartest workflow isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters most at the right time, in the right order. Then the camera pans out as Lena hits start on her system. A quiet instrumental rises. Her eyes close for a moment. Peace, not pressure. That's what it means to start strong in 2026. At this stage, Lena's story becomes a metaphor for every viewer. The mother re-entering the workforce, the retiree launching a digital side business, the creative professional seeking stability. Here's what they all learn. Systems don't replace creativity, they protect it. Automation doesn't kill authenticity, it amplifies it. AI doesn't erase your humanity, it gives it room to breathe. You don't need to do everything. You just need to design things that work when you don't. In the end, the true workflow isn't on your dashboard. It's in your decisions. The SMART system didn't just help her manage tasks, it helped her reclaim time, peace, and self-trust. That's what SMART really means. Sustainable, measurable, automated, repurposable, trackable. You can build a life that runs smoothly without running yourself into the ground. Building your own SMART workflow? Grab the free 2026 starter kit, link below. Stay organized, stay consistent, and start smart. As we turn the corner, let's build your personal SMART system, the 7-day action plan. Feel free to pause the video at any time to complete your own bit. This is when you must have the free SMART Workflow Starter Kit so you can follow step by step to map, automate, and repurpose your workflow in just 7 days. It includes checklists, AI prompts, and automation templates to help you build your first system without tech stress. The reboot moment. Every transformation begins with a week. Not a year, not a decade. Just 7 days of clarity and courage. Lena's story now shifts from reflection to action. Her systems are set, but now she wants to make them live. And that's what this final chapter offers, a practical, human-sized plan to activate your smart workflow, even if you're starting from scratch. Day 1. Simplify your space before productivity comes peace. Lena begins by decluttering digital folders, browser tabs, even her desktop wallpaper. She deletes what no longer aligns. Principle: simplify to amplify. Create a folder called 2026 Smart System. Move only the files that support your current vision. Remove apps that drain your focus. A clear workspace equals a clear mind. Automation can't fix chaos, clarity can. Day 2, map your priorities. On day 2, she writes 3 questions on a whiteboard. 1, what results actually matter? 2, what drains me weekly? What could run without me? From those, she builds her first SMART goal. Create one repeatable content system that saves 5 hours a week. It's specific, measurable, and emotionally freeing. Day 3, automate the repetitive. Lena opens Zapier and connects 3 simple flows: new YouTube upload, auto share to Facebook page, new email subscriber, welcome email with AI drafted personalization, weekly summary, Google Sheets tracker. Principle: if it repeats, automate it. Automation isn't replacing her, it's protecting her attention for creativity. Day 4, repurpose creatively. This is the artist's day. Lena opens Canva Magic Studio and turns one script into a carousel post, a Pinterest graphic, a short video clip. She's not working harder, she's working once, publishing thrice. Repurposing isn't laziness, it's legacy. Your message deserves multiple lives. Day 5, track what matters. Now comes the truth-telling day. She opens her analytics and sets 3 KPIs aligned to her SMART goals. 1, time saved per week, measure the piece. 2, engagement growth, measure the impact. 3, revenue per system, measure the reward. Every Friday she reviews them, no guilt, just data. Day 6, reflect and refine. Lena's Saturday ritual, a 15-minute CEO flow. She asks, what worked? What felt forced? What can be simplified next week? Principle: refinement is the real productivity. AI suggests patterns, she chooses priorities. That's where the human touch reigns. Day 7, Start Strong Sunday. The 7th day is not for doing, it's for designing. She sets the tone for the week. Revisit her vision board, schedule content drops and AI support. Celebrate the wins, yes, even tiny ones. SMART is not a system you finish, it's a rhythm you live by. The cycle continues. By the end of day 7, Lena's workflow feels alive. Emails run, content flows, and she ends the week with a calm confidence that this new year, 2026, will be the one she actually owns her time. She looks at her notebook and writes in bold ink, I am the system now. In the opportunity economy, we don't believe in hustling harder. We believe in building smarter. Whether you're a beginner, a small business owner, a retiree, or a professional pivoting in 2026, your workflow isn't just about tasks. It's about trust. Trust in yourself, your system, and your future. Start strong this year, build smart, and remember, your workflow is the bridge between your dreams and your days. Before we wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. What part of your workflow feels the most chaotic right now? Drop a comment below and let's build smarter together. And remember, your free Smart Workflow Starter Kit 2026 edition is waiting for you in the description. It's your blueprint to stay consistent, focused, and ready for what's next. No matter where you're starting, remember, the smartest systems aren't built overnight. They're built one clear, confident step at a time. You've got the tools, you've got the roadmap. Now it's your turn to build smarter. I'll see you in the next video where we turn your ideas into income, one digital system at a time. You've just seen what a smart workflow looks like behind the scenes, and more importantly, how you can build it. If you're ready to simplify your life, scale your work, and reclaim your time, download the free Workflow Starter Kit for beginners in the link below. If this video helped you, hit subscribe and tap the bell so you don't miss the next one where we build your first automation together. You're not chasing hustle, you're building smart. I'll see you in the next video.